Right, so here she is, performance blue.
Yep. Blue, yeah.
Looking lovely. So what have you done to this?
It's pretty much the Mountune catalogue. Well, I'll say that. It's Mountune MR375.
Yep.
With the Club Sport front brakes, which are the big Alcons.
You see them in there, yeah.
Yeah.
Looking nice.
And then obviously the Mountune like mats and silly little things like that.
Okay, so you've got spacers on there as well?
Yeah, 20mm spacers all round with the IVAC springs. I did want the Mountune Club Sport suspension, but trying to get hold of it is like trying to get like a rocket horse to come home.
I like that analogy.
And yeah, so, but yeah, the full Mountune exhaust system.
Yep. Oh, I love the back end of these. They're so nice, aren't they? They just look so meaty with the arches and the diffuser. You've got your Mountune badge on there as well. Yeah. Just representing.
The hardcore Mountune people will notice that it hasn't got the big Mountune badge on it.
Okay.
That was by my request. I only had the little one.
Okay, you want it to be a bit more subtle.
Yeah, a little bit subtler.
Okay, so yeah, MR375. You've got the exhaust, which is a catback. Yeah. You've got the spacers and the Mountune brakes, and is that pretty much it?
Yeah, because obviously with the Mountune pack, it gives you your plenum, your bigger airbox, and all the other little bits like that. So
okay.
Yeah, I need a list of paper really to tell you what's on it. 'Cause to be honest, I can never remember. I'll buy these things, I'll put the things on them, I'll get them done, and then it just adds up.
Yeah, no, it's really nice, mate, really nice. So yeah, I think we need to go out for a test drive in this one now, don't we? So yeah, it's about to get in this. We'll get the camera set up and we'll see how it fares up against the Mark 1. So let's do it. Right, Mark II Focus RS. I've been waiting a long time for this, like since they came out. So nearly 10 years now. Nearly 10 years old.
Yeah, it's been a while now. Yeah.
8 years old now. Obviously, immediately it's a lot more modern inside compared to the Mark 1. The steering feels a lot lighter. The interior is more modern. You've got your CD player, DAB, dual climate control, that kind of thing. I've always liked the interior of these. I think they look quite nice and smooth and clean.
Yeah, definitely.
A bit dated now, but it's still, you know, it still looks quite nice. But yeah, the only thing I'm looking forward to is putting my foot down, to be honest.
Yeah, sound, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds amazing, even just cruising around, doesn't it? So let's see. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh Jesus. That's just a brute, isn't it? It's just a brute.
Certainly is.
And there's more to give there as well.
Yes.
Oh, that exhaust, mate. So every time you come off the exhaust, you get this sort of ferocious pop.
In second.
So second gear around here, yeah?
Yeah.
And give it some.
Up the taps.
Oh. Oh yes. This feels quicker than the Mark 1, doesn't it?
It's just because of the noise.
It's just, I'm a bit lost for words, mate, to be honest. You get that real sensation of being like pulled back into your seat, don't you? And
there's a lot of, it's got a lot of torque.
And it's listen to that little pop there.
Yeah, it'll be, the exhaust on them is one of them sort of things. If you don't want it to pop, it'll pop.
Yeah.
If you want it to pop,
yeah.
You know, or if you don't want it to pop, it'll pop. And if you want it to pop, it won't pop.
But it's natural though, isn't it? It's natural pops. It's
like like if you lay your home, like if you lay your night trying to get home and you're sort of driving down the street, you're like, oh, don't make no noise, and you just change gear and go bang.
Now the CS seats are nice.
Yeah.
They're quite. I mean, I've already covered these before, but they're a bit too loose for me because I'm quite sort of skinny.
Yeah, we see for me because I'm a little bit rounder.
They're perfect.
They fit me quite well.
Yeah. But no, the seating position, I suppose, if you're a bit taller, is quite high, isn't it, in these? But for me, it's not really an issue. 5'9", 5'8".
Yeah.
Oh, but that sound, man, that sound is so good. 3,500 revs, she's off.
Job done.
going to crack the window down a little bit, I think.
No, that's fine, mate. Yeah, if you could try and get some of you.
A bit more appreciation. Oh, a little pop there. I mean, the Mark III sounds pretty good, doesn't it? But
yeah, the Mark III, well, it's designed to do popping, isn't it? I mean,
this is another level of sound, isn't it?
Yeah, the 5-pot. Yeah, even though it's a Volvo engine, it does sound.
Yeah. So suspension-wise, I'm going to compare it to the Mark III.
Yeah.
Because obviously I drive that every day. It's not quite as firm as the Mark III, is it?
Not really, no. No,
it's not quite as...
No, because this is still on the standard shocks and everything. And they wasn't overly firm to begin with.
We got IBAC springs on this, yeah?
IBAC springs, yeah. If you have the H&Rs, they're a slightly firmer ride.
Okay.
I've been involved with H&Rs and they are slightly firmer.
But you were saying you did start to miss a few mod cons when you went to Europe.
Yeah, like I missed the cruise control.
Yeah.
Cruise control is one of the biggest things when you're out there on an Autobahn or wherever. You just like, yeah.
And your cup holders there, they're not...
Yeah,
they're tiny, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not very deep. And yeah, it's silly little things like that.
I mean, it's got the stuff you need, but it could be a bit more sophisticated.
Yeah, but I suppose at the time.
Yeah, at the time.
You know, we are talking 6-7 years between the two, between the Mark II and the Mark III.
Right, so we're going to hit that national speed limit section again. I'm going to go into second gear, see what she's got. Bit of understeer there again. Not quite as savage as the Mark I. God, blimey. So again, you've still got to give the car a bit more respect, haven't you?
Yeah.
Just be a bit more gentle with the throttle. God, the sound off the throttle is so nice. Oh, blimey. It just wants to keep giving, doesn't it?
Yeah, it certainly does.
It like eggs you on to go harder.
It's the noise of them.
Right, how does it corner?
Not as well as the Mark
Oh,
III.
bloody yeah. Yeah, it's not as flat as the Mark III.
There's been many times.
Brakes are very good.
Brakes are amazing. Well done, Mountune.
Yeah.
And Alcon.
Mate, it's not bad in the corners though.
It's not too bad.
I thought the turning was going to be worse because you were saying.
All right. The only thing you'll sometimes get is like your entrance speed. So with the Mark III, if I've been driving the Mark III quite a bit and going out for a little bit of a fast road session, should we say, within the speed limits.
Of course, yeah. You
can get it round the bends quite tight and things like that, and then you'd get in this and you'd do the same. And the first initial reaction you'll get when you come into the bend is this car is a lot heavier than the Mark III, saying you just think, well, there's only two ways it's going to end up when we come out the other end. But luckily, with the big brakes, you can scrub the extra speed off.
No, the brakes are very good. Like you say, there's a bit of travel in the pedal, isn't there? And then when you get to a certain stage, they do really kick in.
Yeah, that's it, definitely.
So it kind of semi-brakes traction, doesn't it? It's not full-on wheel spinning.
No, I mean the traction control is off.
So second and third, you're kind of braking traction slightly.
Yeah.
Imagine if it's wet, it's a completely different story.
Yeah, you can pretty much halfway up the gearbox, it's all up.
I mean, oh mate, you've got to wonder what this car would be like with Mark III running gear.
Oh, if it was four-wheel drive, it'd be
insane, wouldn't it? Yeah, I can see it does feel a little bit heavy, but
it's just heavy on the front end.
It's still better than what I was expecting. No, I love it, mate. I love it.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I love it. I can't even put across like how I feel about it. It's just got shitloads of excuse my French. It's just got loads of drama and like sort of character about it, hasn't it? It's,
It's,
everything about it is in your face.
You can see why the people love them.
Yeah, I can see why people love them.
mean, this is just a like a more the sedate exhaust, the Mountune exhaust.
I don't think I'd want it any louder than this though.
No.
No, for me though, this the way you've modified this car is how I'd modify it.
Yeah, I mean,
to be fair.
I've tried to always keep them, should we say, OEM plus.
Yeah.
So it's not too much, but not enough
It's
to try and keep its original roots as such.
I say you've kept a lot of the original identity, haven't you?
Yeah.
And all the stuff's Mountune anyway, and obviously they're all Ford endorsed, and we all know how good Mountune is. So no, I think you've done a good job, mate, to be fair. I would love to own one of these cars. The only problem for me is it kind of needs to be, I like to have a bit of warranty, I like it to be a more usable daily. It's not going to cost me a lot of money.
That's fair enough.
It's just the age that puts me off, but it's a brilliant car, isn't it?
They're quite a strong car, and there is some good clean ones out there, to be fair. You know, like, I mean,
speaks for itself, doesn't it?
If you find them, there is some good ones, and you can pick them up. I mean, they've held their money well, and you can pick them up, and they pretty much get you trouble free.
Yeah.
It's like most cars. There's good ones and there's bad ones. But yeah, if you was to spend a good search, I mean, I looked at a few before I picked this one. But yeah, I'm glad I did.
No, it's lovely. Last little boost up. Yeah, she is pretty savage. Third gear, spinning up.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, compared to the Mark 1, this car has made me smile a bit more than the Mark 1. I mean, I love the Mark 1, but this is, it's my type of car. The sound, the power, the look, it's kind of got it all, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
It's just, as we said before, if it was four-wheel drive, it would be epic.
Yes.
But would it lose a bit of its character? Would it lose a bit of its, ferocious nature? Who knows?
It might do. Yeah, it might have. It might have then gone like how the Mark 3 is, quite easy to drive.
Yeah.
And that might have took it away.
Yeah.
But like, to all them people who slate the Mark 3, like, don't slate it until you have at least test drove one, because
I agree.
They're not as bad as people think. Like, by just looking at them, they are a very good car.
They're a brilliant car.
I mean, and that's coming from someone who's used to driving them both. Like,
that's the thing. I mean, I respect your opinion, because you know better than most people how these cars compare.
Yeah, I mean, it does annoy you when you see some of the comments and you're like, all right, you've got a Mark 2, you're saying that. I mean, why are you saying it? There's no need to say it. If you don't like one, don't buy one.
Yeah, exactly. Don't get too offended about it.
At the end of the day, we're all RS owners, so why does it really matter?
I mean, I respect all of these cars in their own rights, and I've got nothing.
But the Mark 3 has got a lot to give that the Mark 2 can't give because of its weight and size.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, as we've said before in a different part of the video, the Mark 2 is the best looking out of all.
Oh yeah, I'm going to admit it. The Mark 2 does look the best,
and it's got the best sound. So already the two things is already in the Mark 2's core. But the only reason why this handles as good as it does is because I put the springs on it.
Yeah.
I put the big brakes on it. Out the box, they're not that great.
And you've got more power as well. So
everyone, when they say about, the Mark 2, it's like, they're only good because you've made them good. When they came out of the box, they wasn't nowhere near as good as the Mark 3.
And even stock for stock, the stock Mark 3 sounds better than the stock Mark 2, because these are fairly quiet, aren't they, as stock? Yeah. As soon as you open up, you open them up and put an exhaust on it, that's when it really sounds amazing.
That's it.
But no, I've absolutely loved this car. It's kind of bettered my expectations.
Yes.
I think it's been better than what I imagined.
Yes.
I've got a lot of respect for this car now. I still need to get in your Mark 3 and just have a direct comparison. So we'll go and have a look around that now and take that one out for a spin. But no, cheers, mate. Let's go.